हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, टुडे विल वी डिस्कस अबाउट स्पीच हैबिट्स। ओके, आज का हमारा टॉपिक है स्पीच। स्पीच इज़ द प्राइमरी पार्ट ऑफ लैंग्वेज। टीचिंग क्लियर स्पीच इज़ अ tedious task, so it should be started at the earliest to make the groundwork firm enough to bear the burden of further constructions in language. From the start, speech should not be treated as a means of conveying ideas, but should be treated as a mode of articulate utterance, as an exercise of the vocal organs in producing intelligible sounds. A good pronunciation is required not only for the learning of foreign language but also of the mother tongue. It is considered as a sign of culture. Okay. Linguistic diversity impact on English. An average child acquires a lot of bad pronunciation before joining the school. The foremost duty of all the teachers, not the language teacher alone, should be to break the old habit of poor pronunciation and build up a new one in its place. The role of the teacher is very important regarding this task. An important reason for giving extra importance to speech training is the regional standard of speech. The regional speech habits in India has observed spoken English. The result is that they have regionalized pronunciation of English words. They tend to substitute sounds from the mother tongue for English sounds. Right from Punjab to South India, there are extreme variations in the pronunciation of the English words. On account of this regional standard in English, the spoken English has become less intelligible. Gatherings representing all parts of India particularly presents wide range of pronunciations. Next, the spoken standard of English. Gatton Y recognized that Indian English is worthy of acceptance as any other regional standard. The regional standard here means, according to him, as the standard of English spoken by the educated Indians. V.K. Ghotak also recognized that there is an Indian pronunciation of English as spoken by educated Indians. This standard is used by the best speakers of English in each state. Though the linguists still feel that the idea of standard Indian pronunciation is not mature enough to be designated as standard pronunciation. Menon and Patel have laid emphasis on the fact that the standard Indian pronunciation should be free from the gravitational pull of the mother. Next, aims of speech training. Cultivation of audible and intelligible speech. Cultivation of good speech manners including postures and gestures. Production of clear voice with reasonable degree of fluency. Cultivation of the habits of speaking for a long time without fatigue and without hoarseness. Sounds in English. Categories of English sounds are pure vowel sounds, each sound consisting of single vowel sound. There are 12 such sounds. Next, diphthongs. It is combination of two vowel sounds. In these words, the sounds is altered with the variations in vowel combinations. These are 9 such sounds. Next, consonant sounds. There are 23 consonant sounds. The R sound is silent if it comes at the end or it is followed by another consonant or it is followed by a mute. The example are ear, from, shear, short, etc. Next, consonant clusters. In English, there are 32 consonant clusters. Okay. Next, other aspects of speech training. There lies a wide gap between the ability to read and write English and the ability to speak it. Great efforts on the part of the teacher is required for speech training and conversation exercise. The problem faced by the teachers are: students are required to use their wits very quickly in conversation, problems of pronunciations and intonations, differences between the written and spoken versions of English in terms of vocabulary and sentence structure. Orthographic transcript of conversation will not show certain essential features of the sound, rhythm, stress, intonation. Without these, the structure and meaning of a transcript would remain obscure. The pronouncing of each word correctly is not the end of the matter in the teaching of spoken English. The other aspects of spoken English, stress, rhythm, and intonation, are taught in isolation, like the vowel and consonant sounds. What they occur in the stream of speech, they are presented along with other words. Next is stress. Push or emphasis in speech is stress. Stress plays a significant role in making speech intelligible. Stress is the degree of force with which the syllable is uttered. Strong stress means a strong push from the differ that results into increased loudness. Weak in stress means a weak push, less of strong breathing out. In spoken English, some syllables are strongly stressed and others are weakly stressed in an irregular alternations. Okay. Next, rhythm. Rhythm means to read with stress at regular intervals. It produces the metrical effect, words, prose, music, or motion. In rhythmic reading, the stressed and unstressed levels are at a regular interval and they are read with regular speed. Daniel Jones says that in ordinary conversation, people speak about 3000 syllables in a minute or 5 syllables per second. To achieve rhythmic regularity of stress, the teacher can give practice in singing songs, recitation of poems, or structures of similar patterns in the lower classes. Next, intonation. Intonation serves to basic type of function in English. It can serve to let your listener know whether or not you have finished your sentence or whether on the contrary you intend to add to what you have just said. Whether you are making a statement or asking a question, it also serves to convey information about your attitude. It further tells whether you are being friendly, helpful, or being cold and hostile. Intonation is slightly different from stress. In ordinary speech, our pitch of voice is constantly changing, rising, or falling. Intonation gives a special meaning to the spoken words. When your speech is emotionally charged, even the single syllable such as a yes or no can indicate emotionally or mood of the speaker, the mood of inquiry, anger, surprise, or sarcasm. In questions, words, straightforward statements, in giving commands, and in exclamations, we generally speak with the following intonation. Okay, last point of speech training. Speech training activities should be pleasant to make it successful. Proceeding from known to unknown, the student should be asked to make progress with more familiar sounds. Breathing exercises are good for training in speech. It is also a matter of training. Yes, speech training includes correction of postures. Good speakers should possess a good posture while talking. Tape recorder is an important device of improving speech, correction of pronunciation, stress, and intonation. Okay, all speaking occasions are good for speech training. It can be learned simply by speaking. Different sound methods can be employed at different levels for the teaching of pronunciation. The higher stages of speech training improve the students' grasp of the language and its social uses via debates, speech delivery, and holding mock sessions of parliament. Collective drill is also very interesting way for the purpose of speech training. To make any utterance in English, you need to decide which words in the sentence convey new information. Then you are required to know which syllables of these words carry stress. Then you should know what to do with the remaining syllables. In other words, you need to know their weak forms and you need to pronounce the whole things according to the relatively regular rhythm patterns of English. In the use of words, stress, the listener expects the sharp contrast of prominence and experts peaks of prominence in particular places in the word or phrase. The understanding is severely handicapped if such expectations are frustrated. The teacher can teach intonation by proper modulation of their voice at the time of giving model reading, while putting questions and while engaging his pupils in classroom conversation. The teacher should not address the class at a constant pitch of voice. Tune, stress, rhythm and intonation convey much of meaning of the spoken language. Okay. Thank you for watching.